From WBNG, the Southern Tier's #1 local news, this is 12 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here with us. I'm Jess Liptzin. Today is the best day of the year. I hope you all are as happy as I am. You see, there's people like Connor, and they'll go a whole day without letting you know it's their birthday. Then there's people like me. Well, everyone, it's the day you've all been waiting for. It's my birthday. Settle down, hold the applause. You know, I was thinking, what do I really want for my birthday? It's a look at the weather today. So let's send it over to Connor as he is delivering me the gift I've always wanted. Connor?
Happy birthday, Jess, for one. Welcome to the Old Man Club. And two, I'm not giving you the gift of 80 degrees and sunshine today. Unfortunately, Mother Nature delayed that. Won't be coming for a couple weeks. But satellite radar are giving us some rain here. I guess Jess isn't the happiest with the rain, but you know what? We're looking at it just for the morning, so I think Jess can be happy with me for just a little bit here. We are looking at some lake effect rain here. Now, this was a couple months later on in the year. If we're talking November, December, that would be lake effect snow. But we're just looking at some rain showers here across the region. Wide view showing why. Well, northwesterly flow here pushing that cooler air over Lake Ontario. The good news is this is going to taper off as we head on into the rest of the day. Cool start for our Wednesday, 47 in Sherburne, 49 currently in Vestal, 48 in Binghamton, looking at 48 over in Delhi, 50 up in Cooperstown. Heading out the doors today, you might want to grab that sweatshirt. Once again, it's going to be another cool fall-like day here. Temperatures, if we're lucky, in the mid-60s. But fear not, temperatures do rebound a bit heading on into our Labor Day weekend, but we got to get through some rain first, let you know what we can expect coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Connor. Now, crews battled a large fire in Binghamton yesterday. According to the Binghamton Fire Department, it happened just before 3 in the afternoon. Upon arrival, crews confirmed a fire in a shed and began extinguishing efforts. The department says the fire was quickly brought under control. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. As Binghamton City Council and Mayor Jared Cram discuss proposed cannabis legislation, another council member is chiming in. Robert Kavanaugh of the 3rd District says this legislation could make a difference for the better. He says, quote, "Since the city of Binghamton voluntarily chose to opt into the legal cannabis market, I feel the city has a responsibility to do its part to ensure that cannabis retailers are following state law." He adds the immediate need for supervision can be addressed through this legislation, allowing the Binghamton Police to conduct inspections in a similar manner to OCM personnel. As the cannabis market and regulatory agencies evolve, Council can revisit this issue and make changes if needed. Now, the Broome County GOP held their annual clam bake fundraiser on Tuesday. Government leaders hit the stage to get the crowd pumped up and ready for November elections. Aaron Lawler was there and has more.
The Broome County GOP held their annual clam bake fundraiser Tuesday night in Vestal. Starting the night off was prospective New York 19 congressional candidate State Senator Peter Oberacker.
We have to have the faith that things are going to get better, that things are not that bad. And if you look at where we are, look at just what happened in Washington today. Things are on the right track.
Oberacker mentioned his family is part of his faith, and they are fueling him to possibly take on a new role in the future.
They energize me so much, I don't know, I might even look for a higher office somewhere along the line.
Attorney General candidate Michael Henry was excited to be in the Southern Tier. He promised Broome County,
"As your next Attorney General, I will investigate corruption, but I will do it without political favoritism. And I will defend the constitutional rights of all law-abiding New Yorkers, not just the radical leftists in Manhattan."
As for Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, she says the biggest concern for the Southern Tier is energy.
We continue to struggle economically. We have the natural resources right here. We need to unleash energy independence, take advantage of natural gas and fracking. That would create hundreds of thousands of jobs, billions of dollars of economic benefit. And it's because of Kathy Hochul's failed policies and Democrats' failed policies in Albany that have blocked natural gas at every opportunity.
One thing she thinks sets her apart from Governor Hochul.
I also have a record of cutting taxes, of unleashing energy independence. We need a governor who cuts taxes for New Yorkers.
Well, 3 Girl Scouts in Vestal are on their way to earning the highest award a scout can earn, the Silver Award. And they're doing it by making it easier for horses and their trainers during recovery. Vestal Girl Scout cadets Amelia Moore, Morgan Powell and Victoria Schertzer are inviting you to their opening ceremony for their Silver Award project. These girls have come up with an idea that helps stable movements with hypotherapy stable. They worked closely with experts to find out the best way to develop their ideas. They created enrichment stations for hypotherapy at stable movements. The girls are part of Troop 6405, and the award ceremony is taking place August 29th at Stable Movements at the address on your screen. Well, yesterday was one of the biggest days of the year. National Dog Day, obviously. Well, local law enforcement agencies took the chance to celebrate all the hard work the canine officers do for the community. 12 News' Kyle Spizak spoke to their handlers and got an idea about the importance of canine officers to our community.
August 26th marks a day across the nation where dog owners celebrate their furry friends. For me, it's my dog Lexi and my dog Tucker. For the Broome County Sheriff's Office, they also got in on the celebrations for today, showing off everything that their canine companions do to serve our community. Canine handler Deputy Charles Loudon says that canine officers serve a huge role in the community.
It's a huge responsibility and an asset to the members of the community. The dogs do certain things such as tracking, including lost people, the finding of narcotic drugs. And my dog specifically is a bomb detection dog, which makes a real asset for any community to have.
Although the canine officers have 4 legs and aren't able to speak, their main mission is still protecting and serving the community.
The main focus is keeping the community safe where we're working, no matter what jurisdiction that we're at. If you're in Broome County, we want to make sure you're safe, and our partners is able to do that as well.
The canines of the Broome County Sheriff's Office have been able to locate missing children and help them return safely. The canines even detected an illegal firearm during a traffic stop, helping to keep residents safe. With everything the canines do for the community, they also add more joy to the deputies serving the community.
Being able to have a canine makes the job fun. It makes it go by fast, right?
It's a real honor to serve the community with a canine. And besides my wife, he's my best friend.
The Broome County Sheriff's Office has another canine in the department, but other departments like Vestal Police also have canine officers, having man's best friend help keep our community safe. Kyle Spizak, 12 News, Broome County.
Well, a big thank you to all the canine officers in the community. You all are adorable. The time now is 5:07, and coming up on 12 News this morning, with some of the rain yesterday, the Rumble Ponies were still able to take the field after an hour delay. We've got the highlights from the series opener as the sports desk is next. Well, first, let's take a look at downtown Binghamton with the Sky Cam on Security Mutual Life Building. We'll be back with 12 News after the break.
Our brains are incredible, but memory can get complicated. That's why we created new Nariva Memory 3D. It supports your short-term, long-term, and working memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets. Remember Nariva.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Unstoppables with odor blocker, and it keeps our clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today. She smells so good, I'm actually paying attention.
Smell unstoppable.
Welcome to more at Matthews Chevrolet. September is your last chance to enjoy generous federal rebates for electric vehicles like the 24 Silverado 4-wheel drive EV. Buy it now and save over $22,000 off MSRP, or lease it for $498 per month for 24 months. But hurry, significant rebates end September 30th at Matthews Chevrolet in Vestal or MatthewsChevy.com.
I decided to call Dr. Sambruski because I didn't like the way that I was looking and I was losing my teeth.
At Dental Solutions of Binghamton, we restore more than smiles. We restore lives. Eat the healthy foods you love, smile confidently, and enjoy life again. As prosthodontists, we specialize in the replacement and restoration of missing and broken down teeth. Let Dental Solutions of Binghamton be your solution.
Dr. Sambruski gave me my smile back.
Call Dental Solutions of Binghamton today.
Tune in to 12 News at 12 p.m. to catch me on your screen.
But really, we know that you're here to actually watch me.
I don't think so. I think they're here for me.
Agree to disagree.
Why would they be here to see you? I'm the anchor.
Yeah, they sit through your stuff so they can watch me.
What is that supposed to mean? I feel like I'm carrying the show every single day.
You're not carrying anything. I'm the weather. I carry everything.
All the time.
12 News at noon. We're just like family. Catch the 12 at 12.
I'll come back later.
Do you want to get informed and have a blast while you're at it? Our country is facing polarization like never before. At Inform Your Community, we're on a mission to change that narrative with civility, not hostility. Join fun events like crafting, movies, and games. We also provide infographics, conversations, and videos that help us understand the topics and get along with each other better. Visit informyourcommunity.org for awesome virtual and in-person events. Inform Your Community, a nonpartisan nonprofit.
Sundays. It's the new season of Collector's Call on MeTV. We're taking it to the next level with more memorable collections.
Collector's Call, Sunday at 6:30 on Binghamton's MeTV.
Our brains are incredible, but memory can get complicated. That's why we created new Nariva Memory 3D. It supports your short-term, long-term, and working memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets. Remember Nariva.
This is the Jeff Kai's Auto Sports Desk.
The Rome Ponies open up their series after a rain delay. The Black Bears add a new defenseman to the back line. And how high can the River Hawks fly in our next edition of Preseason Playbook? Welcome in. I'm Michael Villegas, and this is the Sports Desk. The Rome Ponies opened up their series at home against the Somerset Patriots on Tuesday and almost had it rained out, but just had an hour rain delay, even with so much going on beforehand. Tuesday's matchup, it was Binghamton Jewish Community Night with members of the Casquette a cappella group singing the national anthem. It also had Jewish comedian Eitan Levine throw out the first pitch to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We spoke to the Guinness record holder before he took the mound.
This is actually my 54th first pitch. Last year I broke the Guinness record for most ceremonial first pitches thrown over the course of the year. I threw 50 first pitches. I had cancer when I was a kid. I got a Make-A-Wish. I was really excited to be giving back to Make-A-Wish as part of the charity for the attempt.
To the game where the fun continued as the Ponies turned into the Condors de Binghamton tonight, while the Patriots were the Zorros de Somerset. R.J. Gordon on the mound and making quick work of the batters early. Strikes out the side in the second, keeps it scoreless through 4. He goes 5 innings with only 3 hits, 1 run, and 8 strikeouts. And someone should have called the cops with how much the Condores were stealing in this one. DeAndre Smith slides in the second. Why not take the big lead? And he goes and steals third. After all that, Jacob Reimer grounds it to right. All that stealing pays off. Smith gets Binghamton on the board. Still in the 4th, next at bat, Chris Suero with a blooper to left center. Good enough for an RBI double. Next at bat, Suero goes for the steal himself. He'll get to third. Kevin Parada is going to pop it to right, out, but is able to get the sac fly. The Condores de Binghamton add 2 more in the 5th. William Lugo with the 3 RBI double in the 7th. Binghamton opens up the series with the win, 8-1. And for some big news, a former Rumble Pony right-handed pitcher, Jonah Tong, got the call up to the majors on Tuesday. The Mets' number 4 overall prospect will make his MLB debut on Friday, according to Mets manager Carlos Mendoza. Tong was just promoted to AAA Syracuse back on August 11th, and now he'll be starting for the big club out in Queens as they host the Marlins. Friday's game starts at 7:10. And after that news, it's not surprising that the Mets were ranked the number 1 farm system in baseball, according to ESPN. The Mets AAA affiliate in Syracuse is currently second in the second half standings at 33-18. There are 3 games back on Scranton, while we here in Binghamton are lucky enough to witness the success of the AA affiliate, the Roma Ponies, as they won the first half of the season and currently hold first place in the second half as they are 6 games up over Somerset. It feels like the Bearcats softball season just ended with all the celebration and excitement of winning the America East title, but now it's time to reset and a new season approaches. The Bearcats announcing their fall schedule on Tuesday with 8 games being played starting on September 13th. Binghamton will host 6 games over 4 days at the Bearcat Sports Complex, 2 back-to-back on September 13th and 14th against Villanova, and again on September 28th against Buffalo and Rutgers. Then they'll host Corning Community College and Nazareth on October 11th. The Black Bears keep on reloading for another run at the Commissioner's Cup, and this time they add a new face to try and help them bring home another cup for a 3rd straight year. The Black Bears announced on Tuesday that they have signed Chandler Lynch to a professional tryout for this upcoming training camp. Lynch is the first new defenseman Binghamton has added this offseason. The 22-year-old from Woodbridge, Virginia, played at the ACHA level at University of Delaware before finishing his final 3 years at George Mason University. Over 4 years, he played in 101 games and had 6 goals and 19 assists. The Owego Riverhawks had lost in the Section 4 Class B title for the past 2 seasons. In our latest preseason playbook, 12 Sports' Keith Savage checked out Owego's brand new squad that is looking to change history.
The 12 News Sports team presents this preseason playbook.
Hit it down, there you go. He's a rumbling.
He runs like he has like a med.
Yeah, he runs like a silverback gorilla.
Pads are back on in Owego. Section 4 Class B runner-up lost 19 seniors, but head coach Patton Taylor has excitement for the new development of his group.
When we graduate 19 kids, it creates a lot of, as far as leadership goes, a lot of space. So it's been a ton of fun watching this group kind of pick up the torch and make it their own.
2025 will be Taylor's 3rd year as the Riverhawks' top guy. In his first time not having Elijah Lewis as his starting quarterback.
Phelps, you gotta get right on down.
Garrett Phelps will be taking on that role. After a successful summer playing 7 versus 7s, it helped the senior feel prepared for the upcoming challenge.
We definitely improved from our first 7-on-7 tournament to our second, which we went to the championship in the second one at Athens.
Yeah, there you go. Nice job up front.
Something Coach Taylor has been most impressed with is his linemen.
Up front, Dylan Davis has been looking good. Bo Cassini, Mason Hill have been looking pretty solid. Nolan Card, he's one that we're pulling up from JV. He's been looking pretty solid as well.
Now the team just can't wait for the season to officially kick off.
I'm looking forward to leading these guys and seeing how much people step up and how bad they want it. I'm just ecstatic to get started. We've been waiting 2 weeks of preseason. I'm just excited.
Hey, let's keep it crisp, boys.
The first regular season matchup will come on September 5th at Shenango Forks. Keith Savage, 12 Sports, Tioga County.
And be sure to stick around all week long as our preseason playbooks will continue. That'll do it for your morning sports. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your first alert weather.
Well, starting off our Wednesday morning here, we are looking at a few lake-effect rain showers pushing across the northern portion of the state right now, thanks to Lake Ontario. We will see a few of these sprinkles reach their way into the southern tier, although I'm not overly concerned with them impacting us here. But maybe just grab the umbrella before you head out the door today. The reason why we're seeing these showers, well, we get the northwesterly flow pushing across Lake Ontario. Cool air over a warm body of water, all we need to see some lake-effect showers develop here, but overall, looking to be an okay day here across the region. It's going to be another cool one, though. Temperatures struggling to reach into the mid-60s across the area. We are looking at a dry day for tomorrow, but then as we head towards the night into Friday, we are tracking some more rain showers. The good news is Labor Day, at least the weekend, looks dry, but unfortunately for us, the cooler weather pattern, that is sticking around, at least as we head on into the beginning of next month. So as we take a look at today and tonight, yeah, it's going to be a struggle. We are looking at some sunshine and clouds. Temperatures only, though, reaching near 66 degrees with those isolated rain showers, northwest winds 5 to 10, making it feel so much like fall here. You might be forgetting that we're at the end of August here. Mainly clear skies overnight, cool with some spots falling down into lower 40s as we head towards tomorrow morning. And precipitation chances show an okay stretch, not a great stretch. And keep in mind, a lot of this rain Thursday is going to fall overnight. We have about 70% chance of seeing showers Thursday night to Friday. Then we dry out. High pressure builds on in. So it's looking like at least until Monday, we're looking mainly dry. But let's take a look at future track. You'll notice a few showers will continue to push their way across the area for our Wednesday. Again, not looking like it's going to be a huge issue, but the umbrella would not be the worst idea as you head out the door. Overnight, those clear skies, which is why it's possible we could see a few locations drop down into lower 40s as we wake up tomorrow morning. A lot of sunshine early on, but clouds build back in. A few showers will start to develop as well as that cold front moves through. You'll notice how quickly that cold front crosses the area. Really light rainfall accumulations are expected here. However, it is going to be rather cloudy, and even as we head towards the afternoon, we are looking at the potential here of seeing a few isolated showers develop. So puddles won't have too many puddles to jump in, though. We are looking only about a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain. We'll take the rain. We're still a bit below where we should be for this time of the year, but overall, a very manageable amount of rain is expected from today through Friday. So as we take a look at those temperatures, yeah, today it's going to be a cool one. Temperatures, if we're lucky, lower 60s, mid-60s. Going to be a fall-like day, almost October-like, heading on into the overnight period. We are looking at some spots in the lower 40s. I don't foresee upper 30s. That would be near frost level, but it is going to be a cool night here across the region. And then as we head towards our Thursday, you notice those temperatures rebounding back into lower 70s, still below average. Average high around 75. And then you'll notice the downward trend heading towards Friday, mid-60s. Mid-60s remain for Saturday, and then the temperatures start warming back up heading on into the weekend, but we are looking at a lot of sunshine as we head on into Sunday through Tuesday. Temperatures in lower to mid-70s as we begin the month of September.
All right, so quite a chilly stretch here. Like you said, average highs this time of year are 75, and we get that's the highest.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm liking it. I love it. I know some people aren't, and I know this weekend's the unofficial end to summer. I don't know who. Someone I know I work with quite frequently doesn't like the cold. I don't know who they are, but you can deduce.
I can do 75. I can't do upper 30s if you were even close to that one.
Yeah, that's a little cold. I will say that's a little cold early on this for the fall. I will give you that.
We'll hope it gets a little warmer. Thank you, Connor, and we got more 12 News coming up next.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the things that just will never come out.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Lowe's knows that no matter the paint project, saving is at the top of the to-do list. So to help you refresh your space, this Labor Day, select one coat coverage interior paints or buy one, get one free. Lowe's, we help, you save.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap. DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's couture.
Why should you shop at Miller Hyundai and Miller Honda? Hyundai, with America's best warranty. And Honda, KBB's best overall brand. New or used, our product specialists know our cars top to bottom. Drive-in for service. Experienced advisors and technicians and the #1 dealer in New York, fixed right the first time. For any size repair, our state-of-the-art body shop can have your vehicle looking like new. Shop at Miller. Let us be your car people.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Hi. They're a tag team of legal eagles.
My name is Mason.
Ben Matlock. A duo of courtroom commanders.
Are you sure?
And they're both part of the...
Objection? Objection, Your Honor.
Objection. Objection Connection.
Your witness, Mr. Berger.
Gotcha. So put a little habeas in your corpus with Ben and Perry.
Weekdays starting at 9 a.m. on Binghamton's MeTV.
No further questions.
Station 51. Station 51. We have an emergency. Television is in dire need of help.
Why don't you just call a television repairman?
You just can't let this machinery intimidate you.
Emergency. Paramedics Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto. Please report to MeTV immediately. Dr. Brackett, Dr. Early, and Nurse McCall are awaiting your arrival.
All right. We'll be there in a second.
Emergency. Weekdays on Binghamton's MeTV.
It's rivers and mesas and wide open spaces. It's horses and cattle and back in the saddle.
All right, let's move out.
It's a face full of rain and dust on the trail. It's men named Dillon, Cartwright, McCain, and Hale.
That's the way we mean for it to stay.
Weekday Westerns.
Weekdays starting at 1 p.m. on Binghamton's MeTV.
Attention.
Pin. What?
Right face.
Dismiss.
Right in the face. At ease.
MASH tonight at 6 and 6:30 on Binghamton's MeTV.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Welcome back to 12 News This Morning. Now, a fire broke out in a New Jersey home Monday morning, leaving an 8-year-old stranded upstairs without an escape route. He ended up jumping out of the window to the waiting arms of 2 police officers and a neighbor. Jim Murdoch has the story.
Push it. Hard.
Officer DeWitt Bacon.
Just jump, we're right here.
Officer John Walsh.
Put yourself up, come on.
And neighbor Joseph Dunbar. Those voices are all that stood between an 8-year-old's escape and the unthinkable.
Come on, we right here. Got you, brother. Go. Everybody else in there, brother. Let's go, kid.
The trio of heroes recalled the moments when split-second decisions were the difference between life and death.
I'm just hoping that he trusts me enough to catch him. Because I know in his mind, there's 2 bad situations for him. He stays in there, it's smoke, He comes out, he might fall, he can also hurt himself.
Breathe.
Catching an 8-year-old wasn't really on the agenda for the day. I just kind of picked him up. I said, let's go, kid. I threw him over my shoulder, and we just ran.
When he fell, that was just the best way for everybody that had their arms out like this so he could fall into our arms.
The fire happened Monday morning on Prospect Avenue in a two-family home. 2 people downstairs self-evacuated. The boy, home alone while mom was working, had no other options to escape.
County, we got one top 4 trying to get out right now. Come on. Jump!
For Dunbar, this was personal. He attends church with a little 8-year-old he helped rescue from this home. And still fresh on his mind, a devastating fire 5 months ago right across the street, where a man trapped there wasn't as fortunate.
I had to do something. I couldn't have nobody else dying on my watch.
The 3 heroes all have extensive experience playing competitive football and credit that to their quick thinking and strength.
It was almost like catching a punt on a football field. Just kind of look it in, and that's what we did when he fell.
The boy was rushed to the hospital for smoke inhalation and is now doing just fine. No one else was hurt.
And that kid trusted us to get him out that window, and thankfully he did jump. And that's something I think all parents should be able to tell their kids, that they can trust us.
All right, well, that fire is still under investigation, and the time now is 5:26. Coming up here on 12 News this morning, we have a brand new half hour of news for you. But first, we're going to take a look at downtown Binghamton with the sky cam on the Security Mutual Life Building as we send it over to Connor for a check on the weather.
If you missed the beginning of the show, our lovely anchor here, it's his birthday. And the weather-wise, not really cooperating. I tried getting up in the 90s. Unfortunately, Mother Nature said otherwise. Lower to mid-60s here across the region with some sunshine, some showers early on. The cooler weather, the fall-like weather continues here as we head throughout the rest of the week. I'll let you know what we can expect coming up in just a little bit. And if Jess will get a better birthday gift coming up later on.
Rethink your home, reimagine its potential, and remodel with Window World. Revolutionize your living space with our innovative exterior remodeling solutions and bring your vision to life. Call, click, or visit Window World for a free quote today.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal their skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent.
The Southern Tier sweats headlines, and WBNG is pouring them straight. No chaser. Autria, she has the facts. Crisp as a starch collar and sharp as a switchblade. She knows the who, the what, and the why. And tonight, she's got a story that'll stop your clock at 11. And Howard? He's the guy who reads the sky like a gumshoe reads a suspect. Storm's rolling in, and he's got the radar to prove it.
You might want to keep that umbrella close by, sweetheart.
12 News at 11.
It's not just the news, it's the whole story.
We hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for being here for 12 News.
Have a great day, and stay dry.
I missed the whole broadcast.
Don't worry, you can catch up with everything on our website, WBNG.com.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You can find the latest news, weather, and sports anytime online.
Awesome. Thanks, WBNG.
You'll also find local events, newscasts on demand, around the tiers, and much more. Got a question? Click on the Contact Us tab to talk with our team.
Visit WBNG.com.
From the nicest man in Mayberry.
I'm an honest man and an honest sheriff.
To the biggest mouth in Queens.
You're gonna love this!
You won't find a better sheriff.
Well, shucks.
Or a worse neighbor.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8.
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
And All in the Family, Sundays at 8.
Get lost.
Weekends and weeknights on Binghamton's MeTV.
How can you eat this slop?
Hungry for laughs?
My mouth is tone deaf.
Then enjoy 2 helpings of humor.
Here, have some more of my pot roast.
Every weeknight. So whether it's a main dish.
Looks like some mighty good fried chicken.
Steak? Mm-hmm.
Something lighter.
Sandwiches from Mexico.
Or just dessert.
That's an ice cream churn.
Make way for the ice cream.
Why don't we go to the mess tent? They're serving humble pie.
Get your fill of funny with Nash and Andy.
Tonight on Binghamton's Me TV.
You can watch my stories every night at 5 and 6 p.m. on 12 News.
From WBNG, the Southern Tier's #1 local news. This is 12 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for getting up with us for 12 News this morning. I'm Jess Liptzin. We're going to dive into the biggest story this morning across the nation. It's one of the highest profile immigration cases of the second Trump administration. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is renewing his bid for asylum. 12 News' Andrew Freed has more on his virtual hearing set for this morning. Andrew?
Thanks, Jess. He's back in the U.S. after ICE deported him in an error earlier this year. Today, a U.S. district judge is holding a hearing in Kilmar Abrego Garcia's immigration case. She's asking his attorney and the Justice Department to weigh in on how the proceedings should play out. For now, the judge is blocking the government's plan to quickly redeport him. That's after it wrongly sent him to a prison in El Salvador this year, and the Supreme Court demanded it facilitate his return. Now, Abrego Garcia is back in the U.S. and renewing his bid for asylum.
I believe that now he's going to get the due process.
He will no longer terrorize our country.
In a separate case, the Trump administration accuses Abrego Garcia of being a gang member. It's charging him with human smuggling, which he denies. Abrego Garcia's attorney says he rejected a plea deal that involved deporting him to Costa Rica. That country is offering him legal status. Now the DOJ is threatening to deport him to Uganda. Jess?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Now, this morning, we are going to be checking out the weather for you today. So let's send it over to meteorologist Connor Thompson with a look at our weather. And Connor, will those chilly conditions continue today?
Now, I wouldn't call them chilly. I would call them perfect. But yes, the cooler than average conditions are continuing here across the region. Satellite radar showing a few rain showers thanks to Lake Ontario. These lake effect rain showers. And like I mentioned earlier, if this was November, December, we'd be talking about lake effect snow. We're just in that time of year right now with the cooler air pushing on in across the warmer body of water, allowing us to see those showers start to develop. Not looking at much in the way of any significance with these showers, but just maybe keep the umbrella handy as you head out the door. Cool start for our morning, upper 40s and some 50s here. 50 in Greene, 49 at the airport, 48 in Oneonta, 52 in East Sydney Lake, 48 in Starocca, 48 in Conklin, 49 in Sanford, 47 in Roxbury. Hourly forecast showing some rain showers. Cool day, though. Temperatures by around 10 o'clock only reaching the upper 50s. And unfortunately for us, it's looking like these cooler temperatures remain, at least until we get towards Monday next week. I'll let you know what we can expect coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Connor. Trump is hitting India with a punishing 50% tariff, among the highest U.S. charges. Now the world waits to see how India responds to the tariffs. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to travel to China for the first time since 2019. And Russian President Vladimir Putin is expected to visit India by the end of the year. Here's CNN's Mike Valerio with a brief summary of what to expect.
Does the cheapness of Russian oil continue, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to continue the course of this ship? Or, I'll tell you, a huge change could be made if a huge chunk of the American market is lost if exporters and importers, I should say, across the other side of the ocean start canceling orders one after another. That could lead to a huge change in the potential playbook that Prime Minister Modi is looking at here. So
Worse than COVID. That's how factory owner in India is describing the U.S. tariffs on imports from India. President Trump hit India with a 50% tariff on Wednesday, and this comes just weeks after he instituted a new 25% baseline tariff on Indian goods. CNN spoke with the owner and worker of New Delhi garment factory for reaction.
There will be job losses, and it's very painful that these are people who hardly make $300 a month. This is worse than COVID.
I have no other work if this goes away. I don't know how to do anything else.
Trump has previously said this round of tariffs is meant to punish India for importing Russian oil and helping Russia finance its war with Ukraine. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is meeting with Israel's foreign minister on Wednesday. That's according to his public schedule. Also today, President Donald Trump is chairing what is being billed as a large meeting in Gaza at the White House. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff told Fox News Tuesday the administration is putting together a comprehensive plan. He promises it reflects Trump's humanitarian motives. Qatar and Egypt are leading diplomatic discussions to try to achieve a ceasefire, but the Trump administration has not sent negotiators back to the region. United Nations, a human rights spokesperson, condemns Israel's killing of journalists in Gaza. That came in a bi-weekly press briefing where he called for the killing of journalists in Gaza to stop. Take a listen.
Is a shock, and this is unacceptable. We know that the Israeli army has announced that there will be an inquiry. This incident and the killing of all civilians, including journalists, must be thoroughly and independently investigated, and justice must follow.
He added that there have been almost 250 Palestinian journalists killed in Gaza since the 7th of October 2023. Frustration over the war in Gaza boiled over again in Israel Tuesday, fueling nationwide protests. Crowds took to the streets and highways, blocking roadways and burning tires to call for a ceasefire and the return of hostages. Israeli police say the bulk of the mass demonstrations went on without any unusual incidents during what protesters called the Day of Disruption. Sources tell CNN Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's security cabinet met today, but no major decisions were reached. More now from Oren Lieberman in Tel Aviv.
Hostage Square here behind me is filling up incredibly quickly right now on this Tuesday evening, what organizers have called a day of disruption across the country, and we saw that start playing out early this morning. That's when protesters blocked major highways across Israel. In some cases, they simply sat down or lay down on the streets. In at least one case, we saw protesters put themselves in a cage as a symbolic way of referencing the hostages still in Gaza. 50 remain in Gaza, 20 of whom are still believed to be alive. In other cases, Israeli protesters set fire to tires to block roads. And although police say that the roads were cleared fairly quickly, we still saw major highways blocked throughout the course of the day. It all culminates in what you're seeing here behind me. Hundreds, if not thousands already, packing Hostage Square in Tel Aviv, and more are already on their way from a march from one of the main train stations to fill this up even more. And you get a sense, especially on a Tuesday night, of the anger and the frustration of these protesters calling on the government to accept the deal that's on the table and to do everything in their power to bring home the remaining hostages. There was, in fact, an Israeli security cabinet meeting on Tuesday afternoon, but there were no substantive decisions made over the course of that 2-hour meeting. And the latest ceasefire proposal on the table, a 60-day ceasefire, wasn't even on the agenda. That, in and of itself, has fueled a lot of the anger we're hearing here from protesters. Even after nearly 2 years of war, they see it as an obligation to come out here to make sure the 50 hostages remaining in Gaza are not forgotten, and that they do whatever it is that they can to pressure the government to accept the deal that's there right now. One that is very similar to what Israel had already accepted a month ago before those talks fell apart. One last key point here from Hostages Square. A lot of people here believe it is President Donald Trump, and perhaps only Trump, who can put pressure on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to get to a deal and to bring home the hostages. And that is where they see a lot of the hope and a lot of the focus of their efforts. Oren Lieberman, CNN in Tel Aviv.
The Trump administration wants the Supreme Court to step into an ongoing fight over billions of dollars in foreign aid spending, even though an appeals court sided with President Trump earlier this month in the case. A lower court decision requiring the money to be spent remains in effect unless the Supreme Court intervenes. The administration said in its filing Tuesday that decision will force the government to hand over $12 billion in foreign aid funds. The Trump administration is asking the high court to weigh in by next week. Huge crowds have come to Flushing Meadows this year for the U.S. Open. New York police say they're prepared as they secure the area just weeks after the deadliest mass shooting the city has seen in 25 years. CNN's Jason Carroll reports.
The U.S. Open already seeing a record number of visitors. Organizers expecting more than 1 million spectators. And while scores of fans are focused on the action on the courts, Rebecca Weiner, the NYPD's top official for intelligence and counterterrorism, and one of her deputy chiefs, James Kehoe, are keeping a watchful eye everywhere else.
This is something that we train for, that we do year over year, and involve a tremendous number of resources.
You're always looking for that possible lone wolf.
While a security plan has been in place for months, this year, more resources added. Following the mass shooting on Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan last month, the culprit, a lone gunman who killed 4 people. The shooting, it really sort of reawakened New Yorkers to just how easy it could be for a lone wolf to come in and do so much damage.
Yeah. Well, you know, we have to be perfect 100% of the time. They can be lucky once.
As you're approaching the venue, you're encountering multiple levels and layers of security. You see our heavy weapons teams, our bomb squad, our canines, the checks of vehicles, magnetometers. No matter what singular event has happened somewhere, there are plenty of others that give us lessons each year for how we want to increase and improve our security footprint.
That footprint altered following the tragic incident on New Year's Day in New Orleans, where a man in a pickup truck drove into a crowd, killing 14 people and hurting dozens.
We've seen a lot of vehicle ramming incidents around the world, in Europe. Unfortunate reminder of what happened in New Orleans on New Year's Day. A good reminder for us to reinforce perimeters around special events with cement blocks, with blocker trucks, with sand trucks. So we're always tweaking based on what we're seeing.
I think the attendance, so yesterday's attendance was about 35 to 40,000.
Security officials say there are no new specific threats to the U.S. Open and point out working in tandem with federal officials, such as the FBI, is key to efforts in securing an area larger than Central Park. Some policymakers have raised some concerns about FBI resources being diverted to ICE or in other areas. Do you have any concerns about that?
No, we are firmly embedded with FBI and other partners all day, every day. We say, don't be nervous, come out, come enjoy. Our job is to do the protection so people can do the enjoyment.
The time now is 5:41, and coming up on 12 News this morning, we know school is right around the corner for so many, and others may be already hitting the books. Well, next, we break down the cost of school supplies. But first, let's take a look outside with the Skycam on Security Mutual Life Building. Stay put, as we'll be right back.
Dulcolax.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
Nature. You always know the right time to call. When life plays dirty, Water Wipes. Water Wipes, world's purest wipes for sensitive skin.
There's been a change in the drug supply. Fentanyl, xylazine, and medetomidine are being found in drugs, including heroin, crack, methamphetamine, cocaine, and counterfeit pills. If you or someone you love are using drugs once in a while or daily, we care about you. It's important to practice harm reduction. Never use alone. Have test strips available. Call 911 if you're on the scene of an overdose. Learn about the importance of rescue breaths and carrying a Narcan kit. Call 211 for information.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's Couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's Couture.
Lowe's knows value means more than just a low price. That's why we offer a full line of Whirlpool appliances built to last. Reliable, efficient, and always ready to perform. Quality from Whirlpool. Everyday value from Lowe's. Shop Labor Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save.
Welcome to more at Matthews Chevrolet. September is your last chance to enjoy generous federal rebates for electric vehicles like the 24 Silverado four-wheel drive EV. Buy it now and save over $22,000 off MSRP, or lease it for $498 per month for 24 months. But hurry, significant rebates end September 30th at Matthews Chevrolet in Vestal or MatthewsChevy.com.
I decided to call Dr. Sambrowski because I didn't like the way that I was looking and I was losing my teeth.
At Dental Solutions of Binghamton, we restore more than smiles. We restore lives. Eat the healthy foods you love, smile confidently, and enjoy life again. As prosthodontists, we specialize in the replacement and restoration of missing and broken down teeth. Let Dental Solutions of Binghamton be your solution.
Dr. Sambruski gave me my smile back.
Call Dental Solutions of Binghamton today.
Why should you shop at Miller Hyundai and Miller Honda? Hyundai, with America's best warranty. And Honda, KBB's best overall brand. New or used, our product specialists know our cars top to bottom. Drive-in for service. Experienced advisors and technicians, and the #1 dealer in New York, fixed right the first time. For any size repair, our state-of-the-art body shop can have your vehicle looking like new. Shop at Miller. Let us be your car people.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Welcome back. It's now 5:45 this morning. Parents across the U.S. are spending more than expected on their children this year. At the same time, many parents are also missing out on opportunities to earn strong returns on their savings, according to Vanguard's new consumer survey. Ivan Rodriguez has more, as he says the best saving tools for parents this back-to-school season.
With back to school in full swing, families across the country are feeling the sting of high prices. Still, experts say there are ways parents can save for short-term and emergency expenses. Often overloaded with spending and savings decisions, many U.S. parents find it challenging to budget for their child's expenses.
Anytime you're looking at spending more than what you had anticipated, it is a bit stressful.
Lauren Weibar with Vanguard says nearly 70% of parents spent more money than expected on their children this year, according to their latest consumer survey. More than half of parents reported spending about $1,000 or more in the last year on unexpected or emergency expenses for their children.
I think for every individual, there's a different trigger point of dollars that generates a level of stress. But I would say that $1,000 mark is fairly significant.
A new report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the prices of educational books and supplies increased 9.4% from May of 2024 to May 2025. As costs pile up, over half of parents are planning to cut back on necessities to pay for school-related shopping, and 44% are planning to take on debt, according to a Credit Karma consumer survey. Weibar says even as prices rise, it's also important to save for long and short-term education expenses.
A great avenue, which, believe it or not, only about 10% of parents use, is a 529 plan. And that is geared specifically for education and allows for tax-free growth.
Impulse buying can also quickly add up costs, especially when kids want the newest sneakers or an expensive first day of school outfit. Setting a firm budget for back-to-school costs and giving kids a role in the discussion can help save money in the short term and teach kids an invaluable life lesson. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Well, much like previous days here, we are looking at cooler conditions and maybe even a few rain showers as we begin our Wednesday morning. Satellite radar showing those rain showers thanks to lake effect rain. And while we aren't expecting too much to have any significant impacts from these showers, we could see a few wet roadways. So maybe give yourself a few extra moments to get to your destination this morning. The reason why we're seeing these lake effect rain showers is because the winds have shifted to the northwest, allowing for that cooler air to move over that warmer body of water that we call Lake Ontario, allowing for these showers to develop. Currently, it is looking like it's 49 degrees. That was supposed to be downtown Binghamton. Looks like the camera's a little bit out of action there, but you notice current temperatures on the cooler side, upper 40s, lower 50s here to begin our Wednesday morning. So, headlines. Yeah, cool with some rain today. I think a lot of that rain will be mainly in the morning, and then we are looking at some sunshine intermixed with some clouds. We're also tracking another round of rain as we head towards Thursday night, but the good news is it's looking like it's going to be rather on the light side. Heading on in to Labor Day, it looks dry, looks like a lot of sunshine as well. However, cooler weather is looking like it's going to be sticking around as we begin next month. So out the door forecast showing the cooler conditions here. We'll be lucky if temperatures reach into the mid-60s. It's going to be one of those cool fall-like days here. Sun and clouds, some isolated rain showers as well. As we go on into the future here when it comes to precipitation chances, you'll notice Friday at 30% chance. What's not shown is the risk of rain as we head on into Thursday night into early Friday morning, where we have about a 70% chance there to see those showers develop. But then you notice high pressure builds on in, and it's looking rather nice here as we end August and begin the month of September. Those rain showers for today, again, isolated in nature, not looking at it giving us much in the way of any significant rainfall totals. Heading on into the overnight period, a lot of clear skies. Could see some temperatures fall down into the lower 40s in some locations. By the time we get towards Thursday afternoon into the early evening, showers and clouds will move on in. Again, not looking at it causing much in the way of any significant impacts, but you'll notice some clouds will linger for our Friday. That's going to really set the stage for it's going to be a cool Friday here, but most of the day is looking rather dry, albeit just with those clouds, which will limit heating here across the region. Rainfall-wise, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch here, so not a whole lot of rains expected through today through end of day Friday, but some needed rain regardless. It's still a bit below average in terms of where we should be this time of the year. Temperature-wise, low 60s, mid 60s. It's going to be a chilly fall-like day here. Overnight lows fall down into the lower 40s, maybe some upper 30s possible, which would be near that frost level. Keeping a close eye on that. Heading on into the day on Thursday, looking at temperatures lower 70s to even maybe some spots flirting with the mid 70s. And as we head towards our Friday morning and afternoon, you see those temperatures don't really rise all that much, stuck in the upper 50s and lower 60s. 7-day forecast showing those rain showers early on, but like I said, the weekend's shaping up to be quite nice. Temperatures by Labor Day in the low to mid 70s with a lot of sunshine. Tuesday, looking at temperatures nearing around 73 degrees, so dry weather and more seasonal weather returns entering next week.
All right, thanks, Connor. The time now is 5:50, and coming up next is Connor's favorite story. If you have a daughter or sister, you've already heard, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have gotten engaged. We talk about that next.
Pain means pause on the things you love, but green means go. Among neck pain sufferers, BioFreeze gel was found to be 2 times more effective than ice, so you can keep on going. BioFreeze, green means go.
Attention Broome County. Recycling is a great way to preserve resources and keep our communities clean, but not everything can be recycled. Items like batteries, foam packaging, film plastics, and single-use plastics, such as cups, plates, and utensils, cannot be recycled and could damage recycling equipment. When in doubt, throw it out. If you're not sure if an item can be recycled, visit broomcountyny.gov/solid waste/recycle guide or call 607-778-2250.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew. Final days.
Oh boy, the final days at the Ford Summer Sales Event. Great time to buy, Hank.
That's right, Sam. But time is running out for amazing deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. On capable SUVs and on the Built Wild Bronco family. Hurry, it all ends September 2nd.
Don't miss out. Lease and explore for $339 a month, plus get complimentary 2-year maintenance. Hurry into your local Ford store because the summer deals won't last.
Oh, another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
I decided to call Dr. Sambruski because I didn't like the way that I was looking and I was losing my teeth.
At Dental Solutions of Binghamton, we restore more than smiles. We restore lives. Eat the healthy foods you love, smile confidently, and enjoy life again. As prosthodontists, we specialize in the replacement and restoration of missing and broken down teeth. Let Dental Solutions of Binghamton be your solution.
Dr. Sambruski gave me my smile back.
Call Dental Solutions of Binghamton today.
The news from Texas is heartbreaking. In the face of such unimaginable loss, the only thing left to do is to help where we can. International Medical Corps is partnering with the Texas Association of Community Health Centers to make sure that people who have lost so much can still get the care they need. Help us bring health and hope to people who are suffering. Visit internationalmedicalcorps.org to find out how.
Attention.
Pin. Hot.
Right face.
Dismissed.
Right in the face. At ease.
MASH, weeknights at 6 on Binghamton's MeTV.
Our brains are incredible, but memory can get complicated. That's why we created new Nariva Memory 3D. It supports your short-term, long-term, and working memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets. Remember Nariva.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Welcome back. Now, my sister Sydney blew up the family group chat yesterday, acting like the biggest news ever happened. And, well, according to her, it was the biggest news ever. Taylor Swift is entering her bridal era. The pop star announced on social media that Travis Kelce knelt down to the ground and pulled out a ring. And she said yes. Lisa Respers France has the details on this love story.
2 years in the making, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dropped the bomb with concurrent posts on Instagram in signature poetic style, with a simple nod to their high school celebrated romance. Alongside fairy tale engagement photos with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." And within moments, reaction to the monumental Taylor and Travis news exploded across the screen as Swifties celebrated the spectacular engagement ring designed by Travis in what appears to be the shape of a football field, an old mine brilliant cut rectangular diamond. There was the elaborate floral garden forest setting and Taylor's engagement outfit, a strappy striped Ralph Lauren silk blend dress, which is now sold out online. The landmark event coming on the heels of Taylor announcing her new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
It just comes from like the most infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place.
11 days before Travis Kelce's season opener with the Kansas City Chiefs, and 13 days, Taylor's favorite number, after she appeared on his podcast, New Heights, an appearance showcasing the happy couple that set a podcast audience record.
That effervescence has come through on this record.
Taylor and Travis mania now reaching a fever pitch with the anticipation of a storybook ceremony, as romantic as some of her recent lyrics. With Swifties hoping for a royal wedding and a happily ever after, just like her song suggests. Lisa Respers France, CNN.
Well, that ring is pretty incredible. The time now is 5:56, and coming up in the next half hour here on 12 News This Morning, a look at our latest sports highlights. But first, we're taking a look outside this morning at downtown Binghamton with the sky cam on the Security Mutual Life Building as we send it over to Connor with a look at the weather.
I'm glad I left the newsroom after my shift was over because I can only imagine. We have a lot of Taylor Swift fans in the newsroom. I'm sure we will get a lot of their insights on that coming up today. But Jess's sunshine outlook, haven't used this in a while. And I know it's his birthday, so giving him some more airtime here. He's not very happy because, well, it's going to be cool and not a lot of sunshine. He will be a little bit more happier as we head on into the weekend with the sunshine returning, but the cooler temperatures remain. Let you know how cool we'll be and just how warm we'll get as we head on into the beginning of September. I have all that more for you coming up in just about 15 minutes.